Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Gametime Gents podcast. It is me, Nardy, here with Fish and Ben. Ben joining us for a second straight week. Second of his, how would you say that? Week 2 of the tricycle?
You're right, tricycle.
Yeah, everybody says tricycle for sure.
That's what we'll say. Before we get into anything, for the good of the show, I have to issue a retraction. Last episode, in the midst of everything we were talking about, Zoltowski mentioned that someone got traded to the Giants. That someone being Vita Vea. He is still a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. I think Zoltowski got Black Adam Schefter on Twitter, and Vita Vea is not a Giant. he is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer still. So if you guys know
those Twitter handles,
Black Adam Schefter, he's a great follow on Twitter. But yeah, anyways, today we have a little bit of football news, and then we have the NFC East to go over, Fish's division. You excited, Fish?
I am. There's a lot to go over with this division. It's gonna be very, very tough. That we'll talk more about it, but yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait for another frustrated season. So here we go.
So before we get into that, I'm sure this is going to be an entertaining show. We have a couple pieces of football news. We'll start with the happy. Zay Flowers just got a crazy deal done. It was like 7 years, 140 million. Was it not 7 years? It may not have been that long, but it was a lot of money.
I thought it was 4 years for like 104, 130, and then 110 was guaranteed, which makes him the highest guaranteed money receiver
in history.
Toppling over Jay Jettas, Chase, and a few others. Alec Pierce too, which is, hate to throw that name out there, but
yeah, I know, right? Like it's on lightweight, a little bit wild, but
we were talking about this right before, right? Right. Yeah. I mean, he's a very good. He's been a sneaky good receiver on really a run first offense. But is he worth all that? I mean, that is crazy. That is insane.
Some names I assume that are happy about this.
Next person up,
Malik Neighbors is probably thrilled about that.
Mm-hmm.
He's going
to he's just looking at it because he's going to be what? Not even this year, but next year. So. Even the next people will go up, push it up another 10 million or something. It's gonna be crazy.
The young rookies love, or not rookies, but the young players love when somebody resets the market like that.
It's every signing, every new signing of a running back, a quarterback, or any position. It's they're the highest paid player at that position. It's like it's crazy.
Running backs, they might throw you a couple nickels or something, but yeah.
Oh, not one running back.
We're gonna run your ass into the ground. Here's $5 million.
You're gonna touch the ball 350 times and not be able to walk by your 33. So enjoy it. Anyway, so that's the happy news. Sad news. Fish got another piece of happy news.
I do. There was another extension. It's funny that you were talking about nickels and dimes for running backs. Someone also just got paid on a 3-year extension, $75 million. You guys want to take a guess of which running back that would be?
I did not hear.
Bijan. Bijan got paid.
It's worth it.
3 years, $75 million.
Yeah.
I can't remember how much guaranteed, but yeah, 100%.
Give him anything. Yeah. I'm sure he's underpaid for what he does for them.
1,000%.
He is the offense down there.
The man's amazing. I mean, Drake London's great and everything. Don't get me wrong, but that man is everything goes through him.
Yeah, 100%. The sad news, unless Fish or Ben, you guys have any more happy surprises?
I got a little sad news, but we can talk about it after yours.
Okay. Ricky Pearsall just can't get a good start to his career. He is out for the year with season-ending PCL surgery. So if you have Ricky Pearsall in dynasty formats, see if Debo's available. Fish dropped Debo, so he's available in some leagues. I would definitely try out and go get him, or maybe
wish I would have snatched him.
Dejon Sterling possibly as well. he's probably going to be catching some balls there. His role just got increased. So look for other receiving options in San Francisco. Fish.
A little bit of sad news. I'm sure a lot of everybody has seen it. Kind of transitioning over to the baseball realm. Scooble is now a Dodger. They essentially, Magic Johnson and his AIDS money, so finds another way to do it. They gave up 3 barely any good prospects for one of the top aces in the league, and has been for a while. It was a little disappointing as them and the Tigers were kind of going back and forth on the extension. He'll be there for the rest of his career. Unfortunately, the Dodgers just did the Dodgers thing and came in and snagged him from everyone else. So there's a lot of controversy, and a lot of people are wondering what may happen to next year's baseball season. I've heard inklings of holdouts, a restructure, a new salary cap being introduced. Because essentially what the Dodgers have kind of done since with Ohtani's contract, where they're going to pay him $700 million, but really it's only $2 million for the next 10 years until he retires. So as long as they can keep doing that, Scooble, they'll pay out the rest of his contract for the rest of this year, which I think is like 35 million because he won that arbitration against the Tigers. I mean, they're going to sign him to a long extension deal. I mean, they got a roster full of insane players. I mean, they got an all-star team on one roster. So the next couple years is going to be very interesting because there's really no reason to play baseball. If you're the Royals or if you're the Marlins or a smaller market team where you can't just throw down the red. Well, I mean, they don't want to spend money in general, so it actually works out for that. You let a lot of these smaller markets. Now you're just looking at the guys that can the Dodgers, the Yankees try to, the Red Sox. You got all these big name clubs that try and spend money, but it's tough when the Dodgers are going to Japan and they're snagging young talent from there and offering them a shit ton of money and then poaching from within the league as well. It's great if you're a Dodgers fan. It kind of sucks because they have a 99% chance to winning the World Series for the next foreseeable future. So something's got to change. I feel like next year, in the next 2 years, might see a salary cap or possible holdout. Because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be pissed, including teams and owners and managers and stuff like that, because it's just not fun. You get to the playoffs and great, and then you get swept. It's just not how baseball is. So little unfortunate, sad news. Unless you're a Dodgers fan. So just wanted to add that to the table.
The Dodgers, dude. They're super team. It's crazy. Mega super.
Ridiculous. Who do we have to blame for all this? Is this going back to LeBron's fault? Is this LeBron's fault?
How is this possible?
It's great. I love LeBron.
He made the first super team.
Look, he's got a great team right now. He's got a great team right now. We couldn't be more thrilled to watch him in a 76ers. Yeah, hopefully we can get rid of Embiid.
I forgot he was a Sixer. I was like, why are you coming to his defense all of a sudden? That is why. No, I never heard the term super team until that little shindig they threw in Miami. Not 1, not 2, not 3.
Here's a hard take. I don't think that was a super team. I think it was Wade was an all-star, and I think LeBron was an all-star. Chris Bosh, I think, was interchangeable. Well, he was just another. I mean, he was a mediocre player when he played with the Raptors.
He had some issues. He had some health issues that probably stopped that. But I don't know. It's all LeBron's fault. Go back and blame him.
Guy sucked.
He should have came back to Cleveland. That's all I'm saying.
He did. He won you a ring and left.
Yeah, he should have came back
to lose.
Nah, dude,
he guaranteed themselves. I mean, have you seen that team? If they don't win, they're all ass. They're all terrible if they don't win. Also, screw you guys.
What, LeBron guaranteed a championship?
For taking Jaylen Brown and giving us a box of rocks back in some future picks.
We appreciate it. We really do.
Paul George is going to bust his knee.
I can't believe you guys bet on that.
20 games in. It like you have so much young talent that's good, and we're like, dude, we don't want any of them.
No, we don't want.
Give
We
us
want
give us
BJ,
old
Tyreek.
busted,
We don't
homie.
want him.
May get old busted.
He's got a cool
Come on
nickname,
down.
PG-13. Does that mean anything to you?
That's not that scary. That's not that scary. Like I don't like. That's not good. Like you're
Yeah, I
like
was scared 20 years ago.
like a
Oh.
12-year-old, a 13-year-old can go to that movie or that. Like what? That's not a good nickname.
All right, let's get
I
into
like
the preview.
Please, let's talk football.
All right, we got the NFC East. We got the Philadelphia Eagles, the New York Giants, the Washington Commanders. I'll call them the Commanders for now. And then the Dallas Cowboys. So last year, you see their statistics, or their standings rather. Philly, 11-6. They won the division. Only 3-3 in the division, although. Dallas Cowboys, they went 7-9-1, tying that one game with the Packers. They had a 4-2 division record. The Commanders had a 3-3 division record. They went 5-12 after that magical season that they had the previous year. And then the New York Football Giants, with all of their new tough guys that they got, went 4-13 and 2-4 in the division. So a lot of that was due to injuries. A lot of the Commanders and Giants in particular were due to injuries. But if these squads are all healthy, this is anybody's division. Fish was saying that at the beginning. This could be a very tough division this year. Fish, do you feel confident your Birds are going to stay at the mountaintop?
I do. I might have a little biasy there. But I've seen a lot of the tapes and I've heard a lot of the guys talk about the new coach that we have, the new OC, who can actually read and write. So that's a big plus from last year's guy that we had. But it seems like a lot of they're going back to the fundamentals, right? They're doing I formations, they're doing quick slants, they're doing the deep. I mean, it looks good. I think getting rid of some of the cancers that we had with AJ Brown and all the drama that he was, Mekhi Lemon has really stepped in and kind of filled in that possession role and has done really, really great things so far in spring training. So I think so. I think that team offensively and defensively, and unfortunately, I hate to say it, Sirianni has coached them well enough that they developed a blossoming flower in Philly again. It seems like the one died and then we got another one. That I don't see why they wouldn't take the top of the table again. But this is, to me, the most scariest division because of what the Giants, who they have, as long as nobody dies on their field with all their injuries, and Cam Scattergood doesn't do a backflip and almost blow out his knee again, and the Commanders doing their thing, and then Dallas is always a threat during the season. The playoffs, they turn into something else. But during the season, that team is very, very lethal. George Pickens looks insane last year, and now he's going to have a healthy CeeDee Lamb too. It's just I try to get those guys in fantasy as quickly as possible. But I think we'll be okay. I think we'll take the top, but it's a long season. It really is.
Ben, I want to get your opinion of something. And Fish doesn't know I'm going to ask this. So last year we were doing a show where we were ranking quarterbacks.
Yeah.
The 3 quarterbacks in question that came up were Dak Prescott,
Okay,
Jaden Daniels, and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Rank those 3 in a vacuum. Just rank those 3.
Honestly, I'd probably have Jaden Daniels third, just because he is youngest, hasn't really proven that he's as consistent value through and through. He probably has the highest ceiling out of any of those 3, but like if I'm just going into I need to win a game, I have more trust in both Dak and Jalen Hurts. Those 2 are pretty close to me. Honestly, it's like they're right there. I would go either. I'd be fine either one. I'd probably go Dak then Hurts, but I'm good either way. I'm not a Hurts hater. I believe in him, but I also think that Dak can throw the ball like crazy and is able to scramble. But I don't know. Maybe, like I said, I can take him either way. Hurts, maybe his thighs can sway it, and I should go Hurts over Dak. But they're like 11-12.
Hurts
I don't think
has
either
the
of them
thighs, but Dak has the
are
hips. Have you
elite.
seen that pregame warm up?
Oh, yeah. Wop, pop.
Fish, you were gonna say something, buddy.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
saying, Jalen
I'll
Hurts
stop
can
it.
squat 700 pounds. So name me another quarterback that's doing that, right? And then also,
So that's what I'm saying. Sure. Make him 11 and make Dak 12 or 13. So I don't think either of them are top 10 guys, or maybe top 7 or like. I don't think either of them are a top 5 guy for sure.
No, I don't
yeah,
think
no,
so either.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Who's got Super Bowls though? In the last 6 years, who has
Actually, you know what? Then yeah, I would
who
take
doesn't?
exactly
I
experience
just I
and
couldn't
whatnot.
remember.
Hurts over Dak for sure.
Couldn't remember. Then really, if you keep in mind the top really 15 quarterbacks that were listed Hurts at the end, how many of those guys have Super Bowls? Josh Allen's a really good quarterback, but he hasn't.
Well, let's
Joe
also
Burrow is
look
really
at
good too, but you know.
okay. You said vacuum though, and Hurts has an amazing team, a good coaching staff, and people like around him, a good organization, and everything like that. So that it's not like it's him and some
Oh,
fucking
100%.
scrubs like going,
Well, we had an offensive coordinator.
everything's on his shoulders, but it's not like he was also ass and the team was pulling him along or whatever. They were good together. So, but in a vacuum, just
That's a vacuum, yeah.
29th in
Exactly.
passing yards in 2024. Just saying, Jalen Hurts.
In 2024?
Yep, not much different.
Okay.
2025.
Or do you have a guy? You have a guy named Saquon. You let me know when we need a pass. When we're up by 30 points and he's got 400 yards on the ground, you let me know when we need a pass.
Let's go to the additions and subtractions. Okay, so notable Philadelphia Eagles transactions. We've got Andy Dalton joining
let's
the
go.
squad. New
Look at you
backup
guys.
QB.
Red Rocket, yeah.
Damian Pierce is going to back up Saquon, probably behind Tank Bigsby, if I had to guess. I think Tank is a really, really good handcuff option, or just a good guy to have on your roster if you're in dynasty leagues. Like, if Saquon goes down, they're not going to change their scheme up that much. Fish, look, I got a bamboo desk. I just knocked on it.
Better find some other wood.
Not wishing for that. They did bring in some new receivers: Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore, and Dontavian Wicks. Dontavian Wicks just made a crazy catch in minicamp, so that was awesome to see. A pair of tight ends they brought in via free agency. I believe Johnny Munt. I don't think he was there last year, and then Stone Smart as well. They're trying to solve their edge rusher issue. AJ Epinesa, Jonathan Grenard, and Joe Tryon-Shoyinka are being brought onto the team. Rick Woolen is going to be a great guy to start opposite of Guantanamo Bay. They have a new safety in town, Marcus Epps, and then we get into the draft picks. So Mekhi Lemon, Eli Stowers, Markel Bell, and Micah Morris are all of the offensive draft picks that they got. So Fish, you and I have talked about this a little bit already. They did bring back Dallas Goedert. So that tight end position is probably going to be Dallas's. I can see them using Eli Stowers as more of a split end, maybe even a wide out at some points, just because of his athletic ability. You look at the subtractions, obviously AJ Brown's gone. AJ Dillon's gone. Sam Howell is on his now third team in the NFC East. He's doing a little tour there. You've got some edge rushers that have left. Nakobe Dean is unfortunately gone. I think that's a big hit to you guys. Sidney Brown, Reed Blankenship are both gone as well, so you'll have a new safety duo back there. But I'd like to know your guys' thoughts on these additions and subtractions.
Go ahead, Fish.
Yeah, okay. You got 45 minutes, or I'll just lock in real quick. I think the additions that they made here, I think they're the smart additions, right? We know the Dallas Goedert is getting older. You get a young guy in Eli Stowers who is that way more athletic guy, really the most athletic tight end that we've had in the last 15 years because Brent Selleck wasn't crazy athletic. So this adds another weapon to the offense. And I think you're right. Now, Dallas Goedert is going to maintain that for the rest of this year. They'll probably split him out wide, just kind of get him a little bit more flow into the game. But then look for Stowers to kind of like take over that role towards the end of this year and then early next year. You start to see a little bit more splits. I think getting rid of AJ Brown was a smart move. We rid the locker room of all drama, essentially, right? We got rid of all that. We replaced them with Makai Lemon, and then you add the three wide receivers: Brown, Moore, and Wicks. Brown had a shot with Kansas City. This is probably going to be one of his last teams. He didn't really shine there. Same thing with Elijah Moore. Young guy, has talent, but never really had that shot. And Dontavian Wicks, we know that Green Bay had a plethora of wide receivers, and it was either Wicks one week, or the other guy, or Watson when he's healthy.
He looked
Never
good.
really had a shot. Now we're bringing in the additional weapons just in case. So now we don't have to rely on just Smith and Lemon. Now we can split out different formations, rolling different. Dontavian Wicks is not afraid to do a jump ball, as we've seen in practice. So I like what they're doing on the receiving core there. I think one of the biggest, and I talked about this a few weeks ago, one of the biggest offseason signings for this team and what we've lacked in the last 10 years, we've always had a kind of CB1. Now we really do have one, right? In Guantanamo Bay. But now we add Tyreek Woolen, who's 6'4", who's quick, agile, as a QB, as a CB2. This team could be something insane to possibly have two number ones as corners and really lock down. And then obviously you have the trenches, which we won most of the games because of Jordan Davis, who has slimmed down and become more athletic, more of a up the middle threat. Jalen Carter just got his big contract, so he's been locking in a lot more lately. So I think we're making the right moves here. I like all of the subtractions, all of the additions is great. Even the re-signs, I think it's smart. I think we're playing well and playing smart money ball, giving certain players certain contracts, but then Howie has been known to restructure as we did. I think Lane Johnson and a few others have gotten that big contract and then restructured as so we can afford other players too. And I think that whole locker room, I think it's the best locker room that we have in this division, just because everyone, it really is a brotherhood. No one's here to make the $25 million this year. They don't mind making 10 and adding more depth, adding more teams. So I like it. I think they did good things here. I think one thing I don't like was seeing Jacoby Dean leave. That guy played his heart and blood, sweat, and tears on every play. Unfortunately, just injuries kind of plagued it a little bit. But I like what I see here. I think it's good. It's a good offseason for me. Howie Roseman does his thing again. So,
Is this Hollywood's first time as an Eagle or second time?
first.
Is this first? Okay. They must have had a different Brown, or maybe I'm thinking of a different.
Was it
person.
AJ?
No, I know about AJ Brown, dude.
AJ. I am glad that we got rid of Reed Blankenship, though.
That was so weak.
Reed had to play 40 yards off the ball to gain any type of momentum. God forbid he got within 10 feet, somebody would blow past him, and then we lose. So it's the exciting whites was a fun thing for a podcast, awful on the field. So Cooper DeJean won the thing. So
they could do their podcast the way we do ours too, and do it via satellite, if you want to call it that. Going back to Stowers, dude, his combine results 4.51 40, 45.5 inch vertical jump, 11 foot 3 inch broad jump, and he is 6'3 3/4, 239. He's going to be fun to watch, I think.
Insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think again, Howie is, I think, the best GM, or I don't know, one of the best GMs. Every single offseason, he is wheeling and dealing. looking ahead for what will be a possible problem, finding a solution. Dallas Goedert leaving, Eli Stowers coming in, getting rid of the drama, AJ Brown, getting Mekhi Lemon to come in and replace that. I think like you were saying, the same, having the changes that they made and the coaching staff that they have, it's just such a well-run organization. I think that they're going to be top of the division, 11, 12 wins again, and have a fantastic year going into the playoffs, and we'll see what happens from there on out. But I really like what Philly did this year in the offseason and what they've done and how it's going to move going forward. And it'll be interesting to see how Saquon performs, because first year there, insane-o numbers. Second year, dip in performance, which you see a lot of times anytime a running back has 400 touches or whatever he has. The next year, they're usually not as productive because just the amount of wear and tear on your body. But usually then the year after that, there's another bounce back to having a much better performance. So hopefully Saquon will be back to his true form and out there hurdling people again. It was insane.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, Howie's a wizard, dude. I don't know how he does it every single time.
The deals they do seem to always be in their favor, and filling exactly whatever need they have. It's crazy. Really frustrates me as a Bengals fan when I see us just miss out on waiting to do a deal, and then it costs us $5 to $10 more million total. I'm like, what are we doing, dude? We're just pissing off the player, costing more money. Okay, why not?
All right, I just had to make sure. All right, let's talk about the next team here. We have oh, never mind. We have to go over the Philadelphia Eagles performance. So those offensive numbers, I'm going to pull up the numbers from last year or from 2 years ago. They were 7th in the league at points scored in 2024, 8th in the league at total yards, and 2nd in the league at rushing yards. Fish, if you could call this a name, would you call it the Petula plummet?
Yeah, 1,000%. I actually had to look up who our coordinator was last year because I've blocked that out of my mind. Don't ever want to hear about Kevin Petula again. The guy's a jackass. But yeah, I think this is what happens when you go from a Kellen Moore who has been a quarterback in the league, understands the league, has that veteran presence and can run an offense, understand who your best players are in AJ and Saquon, but then not script it so often where Petula was doing. It was either quick little slants, which was cute, and then the teams adjust and they go, oh, let's do a deep ball, which is scripted, and then on 3rd and 15, let's run it up the middle with Saquon. It just doesn't. You could get away with that in Pee Wee football. You can't do it now. So yeah, I think a lot of those numbers outside of the passing, I think that's a little bit more accurate. Hurts has never been a 300-yard a game passer. We're lucky if he gets 175, and everybody's like, "Holy shit! I can't believe he threw it more than 7 times." But that's just how that organization, that's how that scheme's always run for the last 8 coordinators that Jalen's ever had since college. So yeah, I would say a lot of these numbers, especially the running, is primarily a Petula plummet. I think it's the best description you could have there. I think it's accurate.
Was Jeff Stoutland there last year?
Mm-hmm.
Is he there this year, or did he retire? I think we talked about this once, but
I think he's gone.
You think he's gone? Okay.
But his predecessor has stepped in, I believe, and is just doing the same thing. So.
Yeah, hopefully we see a rise in that rushing attack, especially with Saquon and Jalen. I mean, those two themselves having under 2,000 yards collectively is it's insane. But you see their run pass ratio, 52% pass plays, 48% run plays. They were already locked down in pass yards, so I can't even imagine what Tariq Woolen's going to do on his way in. They were +6 in turnovers. I think they're the only team in this division that was positive in that category. They had 15 giveaways and 21 takeaways, so good on them for that. Tush Push is alive and well. They are first in the league at red zone attempts in terms of scoring touchdowns, 70%. Can't ask for much more than that. But yeah, I mean, Fish, your concerns from last year are valid. I mean, you get a new offensive mind in there, and this team is probably going to go back to, 14, 13 wins, whatever they had a season ago, 14-3. So I think that's that is right on the money there. You guys ready to talk about the Cowboys, or Ben, you have anything to add?
I just agree with you, man. I think they're going to be fantastic this year, and I think Saquon has his bounce back. So what he'll be, and yeah, I think barring injury, I think they're going to be. I mean, they were already 11-6 and had terrible offensive numbers. So, like, as long as not worse than what it already was, which it was like they were averaging like 24th or 26th or whatever and stuff. Like, it's going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
They're already good. So, yeah.
All right, let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys, America's team. So, in the additions, there's Sam Howell's name again. You'll not see that again on this PowerPoint, but anyways, Sam Howell is now a Cowboy. They also got Tyler Johnson, MVS, as well as new receiving options there. Rashawn Gary is now going to be an edge rusher for the Cowboys. He's probably coming in to take Micah Parsons' spot because Micah Parsons took his spot. New linebacker, D. Winters, because Logan Wilson and Kenneth Murray are gone. Caleb Downs is the new guy that everybody's excited about there in Dallas. They didn't really do a lot of offensive selections in the offseason. They really focused on defense. Mainly in the draft, they got a couple of edge rushers. They did, however, bring back Javonte Williams and George Pickens, and also Brandon Aubrey, which is, if you play fantasy with kickers, you know how huge that is. Guys no longer on the team. Miles Sanders, Jalen Tolbert is now a Dolphin. Jadeveon Clowney, I put Texans there because I thought he signed there, but apparently he did not. Osa Odigizua is now a 49er. They traded him away after signing him to a pretty big 4-year deal last year. So, the Cowboys are doing what they needed to do in the offseason, really bolstering the defense, or at least trying to have some sort of defensive presence. Their offense was just so good last year, and I remember last year a couple times you got on me, Fish, for picking my start of the week. I just kept going against the Cowboys and the Bengals, but I mean, it kind of paid dividends. So hopefully some of these guys, and I know Fish is not hoping, but hopefully some of these new defensive guys can really make that difference that the Cowboys are missing out on. But in terms of fantasy, nothing that crazy for this. Just kind of rinse repeat of last year.
Yeah.
I don't even know
and
who
I just
Tyler
looked it up
Johnson
too.
is.
Typed in Clowney's name, and Nutter, you're right. He is back with the Texans.
Dude, I thought he was. That's crazy.
He signed a deal. Yeah.
Does it say like the terms or anything? 1 year or something?
Let me look here.
It has to be a year. He hasn't played football for what, a year or two?
No, he played last year. He was he was with the Cowboys last year.
You're right.
I'm not seeing it on SpoTrack.
I'm trying to see who this Tyler Johnson kid is. He was a Jet last year, it looks like. He had 20 or 12 catches last year. So he's been in the league since 2020. Oh, he's the Tyler Johnson that was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Okay. Makes sense. So probably just a depth guy there. Um,
Yeah, they don't even have it in Spo Track yet.
oh, okay, they don't have it in there yet.
Or wait, no, it might be a 1 year 5.5 million if I'm reading it right.
Sounds pretty Vetman to me. So my big question offensively, just because I want to put something thought-provoking out there, we see that they re-signed Javonte Williams, which is great for him, great for the Cowboys. Are we going to get any sort of increase in Jaden Blue's work this year, you think?
No, I don't think so. I think there was high hopes with
I mean,
him
if we do,
last
it's like
year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
1 or 2% or something like.
yeah, it's going to be nothing. I think they drafted Blue last year with all his college stats, saying, "Okay, wow, this is great. We got him," and then Williams decided to pop off, and I'm like, okay, look, Blue being a second option is great. I don't, like Ben said, maybe a percent or two, maybe a little bit more in passing plays because Javonte doesn't really catch him out of the backfield. But again, how often is that going to happen when you have those receivers? So
Yeah.
True.
I don't know. It's unfortunate. It's a shitty circumstance for him.
Yeah, I looked up Javonte's age. He's only 26, and he just turned 26.
Yep.
So, yeah. It does
He should
kinda
be
suck for
good,
Jaden
like
Blue.
RB health wise, for another 2-3 years at least,
Yep.
depending
Yeah.
on his usage, and then
I think it was a
he'll
3-year
be an
deal he
outlier
signed
like
as
Derrick
well.
Henry, but
Well, yeah, Derrick Henry's he's something else.
exactly.
If you look at their performance from 2025, I'm going to say the opposite I said of the Houston Texans the other week. If this team finds any sort of defense, watch out. I mean, top 8 in every category. The lowest category they had was 8th in rushing yards. Converted 57% of their red zone attempts. They had 9 more giveaways than they had takeaways. And as you guys know, the Dallas Cowboys air it out with those receiving options. Why wouldn't you? So 58% to 42% pass run ratio. But I mean, Dak was on fire last year. He just didn't have that team on the opposite side of the ball to help him win more games. So I don't know. I would like to see. Would you guys like to see a Cowboys Super Bowl?
No, I think I'd rather die. I don't ever want to see that team.
I don't know if
Wait
we
till
need
I
to breed more of those fans. I don't know if we need a birth of more Cowboys fans. I think that's what'll happen if they're in the Super Bowl.
1,000%.
More eyes on them, and it's like, do we need that?
That's true.
Are they kind of? I hope not.
Yeah, I think you're right. I kind of hope not to now that I think about
There's
it.
plenty of other NFC teams I'd rather see than them.
We don't need more Tim the Tap Mans running around.
But that
is he a
is,
Cowboys guy?
yeah, irritating like Cowboys.
Is he also a Yankees guy?
I don't know. No, I think he's a
He's from
Guardians fan,
Syracuse.
actually.
Is he?
I think so.
I feel like those two go hand in hand.
This year, about this year on the streams, this is our year.
Yeah,
We're
it's been like
going
that
to
for
the
the last
chip.
8 years. And we're watching them. This is the best time for them to do anything, though. With this offense that they have and the bolster and the defense, they made the smart and right moves. Unfortunately, I think they're going to do really well. It's going to be tough not to do well.
Looking way ahead here, do you guys think that Pickens gets a deal?
Yes.
I think he deserves a deal, but as like a Bengals fan, if I'm a Cowboys fan, I would not want to invest that amount of money in just one position. I didn't want to give T. Higgins the deal that we gave him. I wish we would have traded him away in the year where there was like no free agent wide receivers, and we could have gotten a haul for him, a first plus, and use that capital to bolster our defense. They are literally the Bengals in the NFC. I think that's just I would think it would be a dumb GM move, which actually Yes, I do think they give him a deal. Because it's Jerry's team, and I
Oh,
think
Jerry.
that, you know what? I'm sorry. I actually talked around myself right back into it. Yes, he will get a deal
Oh, that's great.
for sure. Yeah,
He'll get a nice.
but it'll turn into a spectacle though. It won't be easy. It won't be like, oh yeah, we signed him early. It's
Mhm.
done. No drama. Somehow it'll be going back and forth.
Do you think Jerry pulls players into his office and is like, "Hey, fuss with me with this for a couple months. We'll get it done, but just fuss with me a little bit."
I don't think he's that
Just
smart.
to get our name in the news. I wouldn't put it past him.
I wouldn't either. He's got to do something to make himself feel alive. All right, here we have all
They're
of the
constantly talking about.
Washington commies. It's a giant departure list from
Ooh-wee.
the Red Scare, I'll say. I don't even know where to start, boys. So let's just start with the subtractions. Jeff Driscoll's gone. Josh Johnson. Yes, that Josh Johnson is now a Bengal. Chase Edmonds, Austin Eckler are both gone. In terms of receivers, you got Noah Brown, Chris Moore, and Deebo Samuel is now returning to the 49ers. Zach Ertz is gone. George Fant is gone. Tyler Biotish is gone. He's a Charger. Jacob Martin is now a Titan. Von Miller does not have a team. Preston Smith, Sheldon Day, Eddie Goldman. Jalen Holmes is now a Titan as well. Shy Tuttle, Bobby Wagner, Noah. Don't know how to say that name.
Okay, I thought you lagged out. You didn't want to go for it. You want to go for it?
Noah,
take the shot.
Noah Igbin. No, I don't know. Jonathan Jones is now an Eagle, and then Marshawn Lattimore is not on a team either. So a lot of these names you guys have heard for 10 plus years. I'll say Zach Ertz, Von Miller, Bobby Wagner, and Marshawn Lattimore. Josh Johnson as well. Those guys have been in the league
Bobby
for
Wagner and Von Miller. Come on down.
Yeah, you guys need Von Miller now that your boy got injured.
Yeah, my super stud, the savior, Gilmar Stewart. Jesus, we're no worse off without him on the team from his performance of last year.
I think you guys went up a little bit.
I was telling Nutter, honestly, the only thing that hurts us is just it's one less body in the rotation. So the guys that are actually talented will be a little bit more tired on the downs that count.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we could have thrown him in there as just a body, we don't need you to do a lot. All right, we just need to take up space and don't be so terrible. Now we don't even have that. So,
in terms of guys they brought back Marcus Mariota, Jeremy Nichols, Traylon Burks, Laramie Tunsil, and a slew of offensive linemen, including Chris Paul, who's apparently now playing football. Dietrich Wise is also back. Must have put on some weight, huh, to be offensive guard.
On retirement moves.
Additions they did bring in Jerome Ford, so enjoy watching him catch a screen pass, making one move, and then getting tackled 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage every single time he touches the ball. Rashad White is also a Commander now, which just sucks. I mean, it sucks for Bill Krosky Merritt believers. Both of those moves do.
Bill.
Dimey Brown, Van Jefferson, Chiga Kwankwo.
They bring Dimey Brown back? That's funny.
Yep, he's back in Washington again.
I think Chig is about to have a good year.
I do too. I'm excited for Chig in this system. Adofi Owe, Tim Settle, and Luciano. These are just guys that they added that I felt like were worthy of the small real estate that we had for this list because they just made so many moves. I had to create a whole new category. So they're draft picks: Sonny Styles, Antonio Williams, Katron Allen, Matt Golban, and Athan Kalikmanis, which I assume is a Greek man. They're all now on the roster. So a lot of cleaning house. I believe they have a new coach there this year. Is that correct? I'm not totally sure if that's accurate, but a lot of guys they're trying to get Jaden Daniels to play well with. Maybe we'll see Brandon Ayuk on this list one day, but after the Instagram back and forth, I doubt that's going to happen. Yeah, it's just so many moves, and this team is the biggest question mark in this division to me. Because it all rides on Jaden Daniels. It all rides on number 5, and we don't know how he's going to be going into this upcoming year. So, what are your boys'
and their
thoughts
weapons
on?
are pretty terrible. I mean, they
Yeah.
just don't. And maybe I really like Antonio Williams. I think he seems like a promising young wide receiver, but like Cameron McLaurin's nice. There's
getting up there.
nobody else proven after him. Jig should be a decent tight end, but they don't have a lot of depth there. And they, I mean, the running back room, I'm sorry, Bill was a fun, like, little thing, but he was a 7th round pick. Like, this is not, don't have a lot of talent even in the running back room. It's just kind of weak everywhere. And I don't know if their O line has gotten much better. We'll see what, if they actually perform well in the season. But I think they have a chance to be the worst team in the division this year.
They definitely do. In terms of offensive lines, Sam Cosme's really good, and then Laramie Tunsil's really good, although he's older. And then Nick Algoretti is the guy that they brought back. They let Tyler Biotish go to have Nick Algoretti be the new center, which Biotish is a bona fide stud when it comes to run blocking. So, I mean, if they let Tyler go to get this other kid going, then instills a little bit of confidence.
Jaden, that was like his. I mean, he was just running for his life for a lot of the time. Their O line was just garbage.
Yeah,
and so if they've corrected that this offseason, you never know. I mean, Jaden Daniels, the way he can move, the way he can throw, he is electric and can make plays happen when there shouldn't really be a play there for 90% of the other quarterbacks in the league because they're just not athletic enough to make it happen. But I think he is lacking in weapons around him and talented players to match the talent that he has. And so they do have Dan Quinn as their head coach. I looked it up.
Right.
So a decent head coach. I like Dan Quinn. He's taken teams far into the playoffs. Has done well with like multiple things. But I don't have. I'm more of a hey, let me see you actually do it, Jaden Daniels. Like let me. I think they're in the midst of a rebuild, and they have another year or two to get some weapons added in there to make them actually good.
They have a McCaffrey on their roster. Does that sway anybody?
Old Luke. Yeah.
It is. Ben, you're correct, right? They don't hold on. Get ready to talk about it. You are correct. They don't have a lot of weapons around them, but sorry, Jesus. I do think for fantasy purposes, if you could snag a Rachaad White, I think a lot of that dump passes is going to go right to him. Because they don't have, if Terry gets covered, you're not really going to expect Diami Brown to really do much else outside of a deep threat. And then Bill and Jerome Ford, in theory, are going to run the rock a little bit. I think to try and get something going, they're going to have to rely on Rachaad White a lot. And he had a lot of success with Tampa Bay being that guy. I mean, he's like 6 foot, 210. I mean, he's not a skinny guy. He's a very, very good pass catcher out of the backfield. So, fantasy-wise, go ahead and anticipate him having an uptick in number. It wouldn't surprise me if he leads, top 4 in fantasy points on that team just based off of if you're doing a PPR league, he's going to get you a lot of points, especially garbage time points where they're just trying to move anything. And, I mean, we saw Scary Terry get locked up for a whole year and then kind of explode in the following year. So I think they rely heavy on the dump passes to him and Ford and kind of maybe open up that run game. Not so much for Bill, which sucks for him, but letting Jaden do Jaden things and use his legs where he's good. So it's interesting. It's kind of fantasy wise to keep an eye out.
I think Bill is the most. He's going to see the most negativity from these moves. I mean, Rachaad White coming in, I think is really going to hurt his volume, and it's gonna suck for Bill Krosky Merritt believers.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't think either of them are their long-term option. I think in this draft or the next draft, they'll take somebody in second or third round, or if they really like somebody, there've been a couple that have gone higher up first round or whatever in the last couple of drafts, but I think they're gonna find their next long-term back this year, next year coming up.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
If you're watching the video broadcast, you can see all of the video. I guess it's not a broadcast, but every category they were 20th or worst, except for rushing yards last year. That's probably got something to do with Bill Eckler when he was healthy and Marcus Mariota when he was healthy, and then also Jaden when he was healthy. I sense a theme here. 51%, 49% run pass ratio, minus 13 in turnovers, but they were fourth in the league with 65% of their red zone attempts converting to touchdowns. So that kind of speaks to that running game as well. They were able to get the rock into the end zone quite a bit. You have to think that at least these offensive numbers will kind of flip once Jaden Daniels is able to play and play well. When he was in 2024, they were, sorry, I got to scroll, 7th in total yards, 13th in scoring. So much different than they were last year. Just hope for a healthy season for Jaden Daniels, and then the rest of the team will figure everything else out, I think.
Yeah.
You guys ready to talk about the New York Football Giants?
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, quite a few moves on this team as well. We have Russell Wilson retired. Wan'Dale Robinson is now a Titan. Daniel Bellinger is now a Titan. Greg Van Roten is old. He's not on a team anymore. Dexter Lawrence, Sexy Dexy, is a Bengal. Ben is very happy about that.
I am indeed.
Austin Schlottman is a Titan. Cordell Flott is now a Titan. A lot of New York Giants going to go be Titans this year. Those are probably the big names. Bobby Okereke is no longer on the Giants roster. He's not on a team right now. I'm sure he'll get picked up at some point. But a slew of receivers have been added to this team. So we've got Malik Neighbors at 1. We all know that. But then you've got guys like Calvin Austin III, Odell Beckham Jr. coming back, Braxton Berrios, Darnell Mooney, Gunnar Olszewski, Juju Smith-Schuster has been added to the roster. Isaiah Hodgins is coming back. And I think Slayton is still there as well. So a lot of guys are going to try and catch passes from Jackson Dart this year. I know that all these guys are going to make the team, obviously, but we'll see what happens there. Isaiah Likely is now the new tight end in New York. They always have a tight end that's really, really good there, all the way back to the Jeremy Shockey days. So he's going to be the next guy in that system. Tremaine Edmonds is a huge addition for the defense. Greg Newsome as well is pretty decent for a nickel corner. They did sign draft Arvell Reese and then Francis Maujua, I believe is how you say his name, in the first round at edge and offensive tackle. Malachi Fields is another receiver they picked up. J.C. Davis is another guy they drafted at pick 192. And then, of course, can't forget Ben's boy, DJ Reader. He's now on the roster as well.
My guy.
So,
I had some hopes that we might bring him back home this offseason, but not quite.
Do they play the Bengals in Cincinnati this year? Actually, I can answer that for you.
You got that pulled up?
They do not. No reunion this year, Ben. Sorry. Maybe you can.
Can I tell you about how he
all the time.
messaged me about baking?
Oh no!
Like
How do you
I
really?
sent him our dough recipe out of the blue, out of nowhere. He was like, "Hey man, I'm thinking about getting into making some donuts for my family. You have any tips on baking or whatever?" So like we had a little conversation about making donuts, and I sent him. I pared down our recipe so it would fit in his KitchenAid stand mixer
That's so
that he
cool.
had. It sent him the recipe or whatever. I need to see if he never sent me any like result pics or anything of that he created. So I gotta see if he'll respond to something from it. But,
Yeah, I know you said he used to
like,
come into the shop all the time.
it was insane.
You got to get him to sign a
was like-
jersey and hang it up in there.
Freaking no, right? Lee, I got one in my closet too, but we didn't get it until too late.
Yeah.
Terrible.
But what do you guys think of these moves?
Anyway.
I mean, Patrick Ricard is also there. If you guys have ever watched a Ravens game, you know he's 300 pounds. So, what the casters always say.
That Ricard and Cam Scatterbo, that's going to be a lethal combination for any defense. We already know what Cam did last year. He just doesn't go down. It might be this early CTE that he has or what, but that low center of gravity, and he's just tough. He's tough. So now you add a 300-pound guy in front of him who's also going to block. Sick. Awesome. Can't wait. Thank God we have Big Baby Davis. So it's the important thing there. I'll plug up that hole quick. But the receivers, it makes sense. That field is notorious for blowing out everyone's ACLs. So you could automatically assume that 5 or 6 of these guys are going to have knee surgery by the end of week 3. So I think out of all these guys here, the Calvin Austins, the Juju gets picked up by another team. I don't know why. I don't know why people will do that. I think Darnell Mooney will make the roster. He might slide in. I mean, Slayton's getting older. He might slide in as a number 2.
Mooney's decent.
And then watch the younger guys kind of flow in for the third one. Just get reps, maybe play slot a little bit, and then as they progress. But again, nothing. I hate to take your phrasing, but nothing sexy going on here. I don't understand it. I think the offense is going to be really good as long as everyone's healthy. This team should be fine.
Yeah.
But we haven't really seen the full potential just because everyone's been injured. So I don't know. It's okay. It's not great. I'm more scared of Dallas, and I think Dallas and Eagles did the best job so far out of these 4 teams in the offseason. So
I agree. I do like though the head coaching change. They now have a coach that I actually believe in there, that has pedigree, that has coached winning teams. I like a lot of the moves that they have made, and I think they'll be competing with the Cowboys for second or third in the division, depending on how things go. You never know. First year with the head coach taking over might take him a little bit longer to kind of get his culture, his team, his plays going, all his staff working, moving, and grooving. So year 1 might not be it. I don't know, but they start hitting the ground running, and Jackson Dart is going like crazy, and Neighbors is healthy, and got Scatterbo just running through people. I think they could be pushing for that second in the league spot, or second in the division, not the league. Jesus.
They have an easy schedule, so because they were last in their division last year, they do have an easy schedule coming up. They play the Titans, the Cardinals, the Saints, the Browns, and who's the other team that they play that's not like in the divisions? That might be it. So yeah, they should be able to win some games next year.
Yeah.
I see them winning about 8 or 9, depending on how good, they stay healthy or how well they stay healthy. When they were all on the field together, and all meaning Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors, and Cam Scotabo, they were putting up some numbers. So if they can do that for a full season, might want to watch out.
This is Jackson Dart's second year, right?
This
I believe
is, yeah.
so.
Sophomore slump.
Could be. Or what could be.
Don't say that.
A guy I'd like to shout out is Tyron Tracy, though. Averaged 4.2 yards a carry last year. And he played, half the season. So I think he's kind of a hidden gem for them. You look at their stats from last year, they were -2 in turnovers. Only converted 47% of their red zone attempts. They were, mid-20s in every defensive category. Teens and points scored for and yards for, and then 5th in rushing yards over the year. So a lot of room for improvement, especially on the defensive side. Their tackle leader and also their interception leader last year was Bobby Okereke, which they did not bring back. I do think Tremaine Edmonds is going to be an upgrade at that position. He's just such a big linebacker, and I think he's going to be able to lead that defense and do great things, because they've got some dudes on that defense now. Him and Dexter Lawrence, and I mean, it's going to be a tough defense. Yeah, Fish. They brought in guys to stop the tush push. It looks like
Never happened. I got 2 guys that squat 1,200 pounds. So line them up.
Yeah, but they got DJ Reader and Dexter Lawrence. Oh no, wait, they don't have Sexy Dexy. They got DJ Reader in the A gap. Gonna have to watch out for that.
Big boy.
He's a big boy. All right. You guys want to play some Weddle?
Oh, wow. I haven't done Weddle in forever.
We played this last week, and guess who the guy was?
No, was it Danny Dimes?
It was Quinn Ewers.
Oh, wow.
Guess who pulled the answer? Zoltowski.
Oh, what's that?
It's going to be Quinn
That
Ewers.
makes sense.
All right. Then we had you give us a player last week, so we'll have Fish do it this week.
Wow. Okay. I feel honored.
Give me a player.
Is this offense and defense, or just offense?
I think it's both. Not really sure, though.
All right. You're right.
Just offense.
Okay, good. How about Saquon?
All right, so it is a running back in the NFC East.
Wow.
So good job there. Younger than 29, not a shocker. Shorter than 6 foot. Number is less than 26.
I think it's Javonte, no?
He's number 33.
I said not the Javonte. It can't be him.
We can go Javonte if you want.
No.
No. I don't think we need to do that.
I think this is Bill.
Oh, you think so? Yeah, go for it.
What's his real name?
He's got 7 first names.
Corey?
So.
Yeah.
Yep. That was easy.
Wow.
See, you wouldn't have gotten that if I didn't say no, not Javonte.
True. Yeah. Good job, dude. All right, we'll finish this with some 17 and 0s. Oh, God, that is really blown up. Here we go.
I want you to know, played 17-0 first time last week. Had an insane team, but only got 14-3.
Zoltowski had one a couple weeks ago where his team was just insane, and he went 9-7. So,
by the way, there's chemistry in this game now.
I had zero chemistry on my team. I'm like, you know what the chemistry is Josh Allen fucking throwing Priest Holmes and everybody else the fucking ball. Like,
yeah, LT in the backfield.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
they'll all get together.
So the chemistry is if they're on the same team, they get +2. If they were past teammates, +1. Same college +2. Same draft +1. And you get a little chemistry booster. So they're trying to make
When
it
I
like
saw the same draft, I'm like, this man has never even, he's just been on the same stage as another person. Okay.
right. You get a phone call at the same time.
You got a phone call, same time. All right.
Fish, you want to go first? Do the honors.
Sure, why not?
All right, you got 2021 Baltimore Ravens. Not bad.
Give me Mark Andrews, please.
Smart move. Tight end spot, I assume?
Tight end. Don't even ask. It's tight end.
You got the 2013 Philadelphia Eagles. Gotta go Nick
Riley
Foles
Cooper.
here.
What a familiar name. What a familiar name. Give me Shady.
Running back,
That's a
I
fun team
assume?
to watch. Yes, please.
All right, the 1999 Chicago Bears. Got some receiving options there.
Reroll the team.
We're staying in 99, and we are now a Seattle Seahawk.
Oh, dude, I got bent over so bad.
You could use both rerolls.
Reroll the year. Balls to the wall. My nuts are on the table.
Wow,
Seattle
both
2021.
rerolls.
Chris Carson. You guys remember Chris Carson?
Yeah, he's really good for a year. I'll take Russell, I guess.
Didn't he break his neck?
Who, Russell or Chris Carson? Chris Carson.
He did something bad.
2008 San Francisco 49ers. What a down year for Vernon Davis that was. Wow.
Frank Gore.
Legacy man. So
RB, please.
All right, you got a killer bees here, it looks like.
Give me Antonio.
Oh,
I want him at the flex. I see that. You see
So
that?
put him
I
at the
play in that
flex?
house.
a little chemistry action.
doesn't
I
matter.
know.
You got
It's the
receivers
first time you didn't ask, jackass.
2007 New Orleans Saints.
Give me Marquise.
Big Cole, receiver or flex?
Yeah, receiver, please.
Yes. Oh,
Fucking Zach Stacy.
so much lore.
Gross.
Damn it. I guess, yeah, give me Zach Stacy.
Fun fact, Fish picked Zach Stacy at the 103 1 year.
It was 1-4, and I was being yelled at my mother at a softball tournament, and I panicked.
All right, Ben. The score to beat is 125.1, 11-6.
Okay.
Do what you do. Second time around. Not a great start.
Definitely not. Definitely not. I guess I'll go Fred Taylor in a running back spot.
Don't want to use a reroll yet?
Ooh. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what I do? And why don't we re-roll the team?
Rerolling the team.
I think I should have just
Oakland.
Well, so I just got worse. I will go ahead.
Collins?
Tank. Fuck. East Louise. Not starting strong. Jerry Porter. Come on down in a wide receiver spot.
Jerry Porter is a wideout. Oh, you got San Diego 2016. Melvin Gordon, Antonio Gates.
Yeah.
I'm just going to assume positions until you guys tell me otherwise.
Like
Cleveland 2024. There's one good option here.
Well, yeah, we'll go in Njoku.
Denver 2019.
What do I can get rid of the year? I can change the year?
You can change the year. Is that what you're
Yeah,
wanting to do?
let me change the year. Yeah.
Denver 2021.
Oh my goo.
Not looking good, Chief.
Oh no. Oh, I guess Javante. 12 points. Gross. Oh,
There you
hey,
go.
look, geez, look at that chemistry.
A little bit of chemistry, past teammates apparently.
Watch out now. Watch out now.
Ooh, 2006
Jeez
Miami
Louise.
Dolphins. That's the year they
Are we
did not
just-
have a quarterback. I'm pretty sure.
We just. All right. I mean that top dog, Ronnie.
Ronnie
Me in a
Brown.
flex spot. Yep.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. Heyo.
Oh, you got some Cam?
Hey, hey, look at that chemistry.
A couple Auburn guys.
Got chemistry for days.
Man, this is
Rough.
great.
Hit
This
me
is
up
one
with
to forget
Steve
about.
Smith. At least
Oh,
I'll
but
have some
yeah, you're gonna get more
chemistry.
chemistry. Yeah.
Chemistry though.
Did he get more?
Golly.
Yeah.
9 and
Cam-
8. Oh man, that's a rough one.
That is a rough one.
All right, I'm gonna go. Oh man, wonder who to get here. We'll go Tyreek Hill, 2022 Miami Dolphins.
Oh, man.
2005 Tennessee Titans. I'm gonna re-roll the team. All right, and we got the 2005 Packers. I'm going to re-roll the year, I think.
Oh wow, both. Okay.
Hopefully get a Aaron Rodgers-led team here. And we get one, and Aaron
You
Rodgers is going to
did.
be my QB.
Nice play.
2015 New York Jets. Give me B.
Ooh.
Marsh. Take some B. Marsh on the roster.
B. Marsh. Oh,
2021
Oh,
Minnesota Vikings. Give me
golly.
Jay Jettis.
Screw you, sir.
Oh, and here's where it falls. Actually, I'll take Hunter Henry. It's a decent tight end.
Yeah, not bad.
I need 2 running backs left.
Oh, chemistry.
Yeah, what's that chemistry?
Hunter
Same
Henry
draft. 2016. Oh, this is where it all falls to hell. Can I convert Josh Allen to a running back? I'll take Devin Singletary. And work done. 2001 Buccaneers. 11 and 6. 123.3. Fish, I think you beat me. You beat me off the chemistry. I think yours was 125, so. All right, well. That sucks.
We love it.
I had beginner's luck on mine for sure than that last time. Golly.
That first one, that was wild.
Got bent over a barrel this time.
Yeah. Sometimes
there's some people I'm like, who are we picking from? Who is this?
Yeah. Yeah, next week Ben is joining us again. We're going to be doing the AFC North. Ben, I'm going to be in all Browns gear, so if you want to get in all Bengals gear.
I'm going to be in all Bengals gear, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, so
best believe. Got to represent my future. What is it? 2026 because that's the season that the regular season is, or is it 2027 because that's when the year that the Super Bowl happens? What are we in the 2026 Super Bowl? Is that what we're in this year? Is that what this year is?
I think actually that's a really good question. I have no idea logistically how they do that.
Whatever year it is, Bengals are winning that.
If you say so. I really hope not.
Put it down.
I'll go into hiding.
It's gonna feel so good. Golly. You're gonna want to, honestly, just don't wear Browns gear in the city. You're gonna want to be here because it's gonna be a joyful place to be in the city.
No.
There's gonna be hope. There's gonna be hope in the city. It felt so good in the city when we were just on the way. Ben, that one year we were just going through it. Oh.
The term "Who Day" makes me want to put crochet needles in my ears, and those are big needles. They're not very sharp either. So that's
people bark at you, like 100% the dog pound. Okay,
110%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, wait, Fish. Before we get off, I just want in a vacuum. Would you rather have a QB that has 175 yards? You're hoping he does 175 yards. Or like 250 or 260, like 270.
Oh, I got a counter question to that.
In a vacuum.
Well, is that quarterback
Name,
healthy
no,
for the
no,
whole season?
no
Okay,
names,
you're right.
no
You're right.
names,
You're
no
right.
names attached. You
You're right, yeah.
names.
Is he
Hold
healthy
up.
for the whole season?
I'm just curious. Because honestly, I'll take the 1-7, dude, because I know they'll play all the games. Oh man. I honestly don't want you guys to win it either. I think you're gonna be. It was tough enough to
Oh,
watch you
I will
win
be
a
insufferable.
dynasty
I will
trophy.
be
I can't.
insufferable,
I can't have it.
brother.
I can't have it.
I'm gonna get a WWE belt with the Bengals on it. I'm gonna golly, I'm gonna be dripping. I'm gonna be a white tiger.
And,
Oh my
and
goodness.
if you guys win the Super Bowl, you're taking a cool 3 years off from the podcast. We're not gonna have you back on. Oh
Gun
man.
shop's gonna close down for a little bit. Sorry, boys. We're celebrating. All right. I'll be at the parade. Shop will be closed. I need to somehow get in connections with the linemen. How can I feed these big boys, big men, lots of donuts? What I need.
Yeah, I can hear the news reports now. Local donut shop owner is accused of juicing the players' donuts.
We got some green going into
Secret
the
ingredient.
donuts. You know, got my hands on some HGH. Let the boys use it. We're going for the chip this year, guys.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Oh, CGG, thanks for being a gent. Peace.
Yeah.
You guys.